Everyone, in today's video I'll be explaining how to obtain state variable model from the transfer function model. So you are given a transfer function and you are asked to find the state variable model from that transfer function. Okay, so we know that transfer function is the ratio of Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input under zero initial conditions. Okay, so we can just represent this transfer function as y of s by r of s. Okay, so this transfer function, the example given is 3s square plus 3s plus 3 divided by s cube plus 2s square plus 3s plus 1. So let us just consider this y of s by r of s. I can write it as the ratio product of ratio of two polynomials. Okay, so instead of y of s by r of s, I'll be writing it as y of s divided by x1. I'm just introducing another variable x1 into x1 of s upon r of s. So we know that it is one and the same because this x1 of s both present in the numerator and denominator, it gets cancelled. Okay, so we can just write this transfer function in this form. Now what we do, we know that it is we have just separated the left hand side into a product of two ratios. So similarly, right hand side also we make it as the product of two polynomials. Okay, so here a product of two ratios. So let us take this the first ratio, that is this one, x1 of s by r of s, that is equal to, I'm just taking the first part from this right hand side, that is 1 by s cube plus 2s square plus 3s plus 1. So that is one ratio. The second ratio, that is y of s by x1 of s, I'll be writing it as s square plus 3s plus 3. So this right hand side, we can see that I have separated it into the ratio of two polynomials. Okay, so now we have this one. So now let us consider this. Now we got two equations, right? Two ratios, basically two ratios, and let us consider this first equation, that is x1 of s by r of s is equal to 1 by s cube plus 2s square plus 3s plus 1. So what we do is we'll be cross multiplying this equation. Okay, so let us cross multiply this one. So what you get when you cross multiply, you'll be getting it as s cube plus 2s square plus 3s plus 1 into x1 of s is equal to r of s. Okay, so that is what we have got here. Okay, now just expand this equation. So we'll be getting s cube x1 of s plus 2s square x1 of s plus 3s x1 of s plus x1 of s is equal to r of s. We just expanded this equation. Now we know that state model, when you are considering the state model, it is in time domain. So here we see that it is in a frequency domain, it is in S domain. So for converting this S domain into time domain, we have to take the inverse Laplace transform. So when you take the inverse Laplace transform of this, s cube denotes the third derivative. Okay, so you'll be getting d cube by dt cube x1 of t, and s square denotes the second derivative, 2 d square by dt square x1 of t plus 3 d by dt x1 of t plus x1 of t is equal to r of t. We just took the inverse Laplace transform. You just go back to take this first term Laplace transform. When you are taking, you will be getting s cube x1 of s. Because you know from a transfer function we are taking this, so as transfer function we have the assumption that all the initial conditions are 0. So when you are taking the Laplace transform, that x1 of 0 and all we make it 0 because it is a transfer function. From transfer function model we are doing this, so all the initial conditions are 0. So we got a differential equation like this. So now what we have to do is, now we know that a state model means it is a combination of state equation and output equation. So state equation, when you write it is of this form, x dot is equal to axt plus bu of t, right? And y is equal to, that is output equation, cxt plus du. Okay. So this is the state model representation. So we have the differential equation like this. So we have to represent in terms of the state model. So for that we need you just see the state equation. We have x dot. So we have the derivative. So what we do is we assume that x1 dot of t is equal to x2 t. x2 of t. So these are nothing but it is the state variables. x1, x2, x3 are state variables, and we assume that x1 dot, the first derivative of the state variable, is equal to x2 of t. The second one, x2 dot t, is equal to x3 t, and x3 dot t is equal to x2 double dot t. So what we are doing is actually taking the previous variable's derivative. Okay, so x2 double dot is the derivative of this previous variable x2 dot t, right? And here, and x2 dot t, here you can see it is the derivative of the previous one, that is x1 dot t. So here when you take x2 dot t is nothing but it is a derivative of the previous variable, that is x1 double dot t. So you can even write it as x1 double dot t. And x3 dot t is nothing but it is a derivative of the previous variable, so x2 double dot t. So it is nothing but when you are taking double dot t, you will be getting x1 triple dot t, right? So we got all those derivatives x1, x2, x3 dot. Okay, so just see that we could get x1 dot and x2 dot. On right hand side you can see x2, x3. So we basically, when you're writing the state equation, see here, left hand side is this x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot, etc. Right hand side, it consists of the state variables, that is nothing but x1, x2, x3, like that. Okay, so when you are observing the right hand side, it should be x1, x2, x3, like that. So here the first equation you see here, we have the state variable x2t. The second equation also we have the state variable x3t. But the third equation, just see x3 dot t, we don't have it in state variable, we have in derivative form, right? So what we do is, when we have to substitute this in the original equation, that is this equation number 3. So this variables will be substituting here. So we want to find an expression for x3 dot t in terms of state variable. So what we do is, here d cube by dt cube, we know it is x3 dot. So that x3 dot t we will be substituting here in the equation, in this equation. Okay, so we'll be substituting in this equation. So we'll be getting x3 dot t plus 2d square by dt square x1 t. That is d square means x1 double dot. What is x1 double dot? x1 double dot is this one, that is nothing but x3t. So we can write it as 2x3t. Then what is next value? 3 dx1t. So dx1 means it is x1 dot. So x1 dot we know it is x2 of t. So that we are substituting here x2 of t. Then x1t we will keep like that, and right hand side we are keeping like that. We are not changing it. Now we can see that except this x3 dot t, remaining all are in state variables, right? x1, x2, x3. So what we do is, we can write an expression for x3 dot in terms of state variable x1, x2, x3. So we bring all this to the right hand side. So we can write x3 dot t is equal to minus 2x3 minus 3x2 minus x1 plus r of t. We have got all these variables to the right hand side. Now we have three equations. x1 dot we have here, x2 dot we have here, and x3 dot also we got it. So from this equation we can form a matrix. So from x1 dot t equation, if you see, we can see that only x2 is present, which means that x1 and x3 are absent. So the coefficient of x1 and x3 are 0, and coefficient of x2 is 1 in this equation. And x2 dot t, when you are writing, you are getting it as x3 of t. So the coefficient of x1 and x2 are 0 there. And in x3 we have all these variables present, x1, x2, x3. So we can put it in the matrix form, x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot. So here in this one, x1 dot will be getting 0, 1, 0, because only x2 is present in this first equation. Then the second equation is this x2 dot t. That one is x1 is not absent, x2 is absent, only x3 is present, and the coefficient is 1. And x3 dot t, we have all the variables x1, x2, x3. So x1 coefficient is minus 1. x2 coefficient is minus 3, x3 coefficient is minus 2. Okay, so then we can write it in matrix, that is the coefficients we wrote, and the variables are x1, x2, x3. So that plus what is on this right hand side, this one you can see here, this input variable is not present in this first equation, x1 dot t, that is 0, x2 dot t also it is 0, but x3 dot t it is present, r of t. So the coefficient is 1, so you can write it as 0, 0, 1, r of t. So you got the equation. So this one, actually this is basically we got it as x dot is equal to ax plus bu form. Okay, so this is basically our state equation. Okay, so for finding the state variable model, we need one more equation, that is the output equation. So how will you find the output equation? So in the previous step, we have seen that we have converted this into two ratios. Okay, now we have taken this equation for finding the state equation model. Now for output equation, y is the output variable we know, so we have to take this ratio. Okay, and in a similar way we will be following. So we'll be taking the second equation, that is y of s by x1 of s is equal to x cube plus 3s plus 3. So this equation we have taken. Now we'll be cross multiplying this in the similar way. So we'll be getting y of s is equal to s square plus 3s plus 3 into x1 of s. So we expand it. So we'll be getting the expansion like this. We know that it is in S domain. So we have to convert it into time domain by taking the inverse Laplace transform. So I take the inverse Laplace transform of this equation. So y of s becomes y of t. S square, we know it is the second derivative. So d square by dt square x1 of t. S means it is the first derivative. So 3 d by dt x1 of t. And 3 x1 of s inverse will be 3 x1 of t. So now we got this equation, differential equation. Okay, now what we can do is we can just write, say, d square by dt square x1 t means it is x1 double dot. D by dt x1 means x1 dot plus 3x1. So we just replace this d square by dt square as this dot form. Okay, now we have this equation. Now we know that we can substitute it in terms of state variables. Okay, so instead of x1 dot and x1 double dot, we have the variables here from this one. Okay, x1 dot is nothing but it is x2 of t. So instead of x1 dot, we can substitute x2, and x1 double dot, it is x3. So we can substitute, instead of x1 double dot, we can substitute x3. So in this equation, we can substitute x1 double dot as x3 and x1 dot as x2. So when you substituted this, we got the equation like this: x3 of t plus 3x2 of t plus 3x1 t. So now we can again represent this in the matrix form. Okay, so y is equal to, we know that okay, this one actually in order, if I write, I can write it as 3x1 of t plus 3x2 of t plus x3 of t. So in order, here it is not in order. So in order means x1, x2, x3. So the first one should be x1, the next to x3. So what is the coefficient of x1 is 3 here, then x2 coefficient is 3 and x3 coefficient is 1. So we have put it inside the matrix, and x1, x2, x3. So this one is our output equation. Okay, so we got the output equation and we got the state equation. So the output equation and the state equation together forms the state variable model. Okay, so this is how we can find, we can obtain the state variable model from the given transfer function. Okay, thank you. Hope you understood. Thank you for watching.